Good morning, everybody. I'm calling this meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. Commissioner Williams, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you.
Allegiance to the States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Pastor Brooks, would you lead us in the invocation, please?
Madam President, everyone in the room, if we can just have a moment's silence, the tragedy that occurred on yesterday in Utah, Charlie Kirk. In Colorado, there was another school shooting, as well as today marks the 24th anniversary of 9/11. So please pray in your own way. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. Introduction of the news media. We have Nick Ryer here from Farmers Weekly Review. Thank you for joining us. Can I please have a roll call?
Absolutely. Dean Schlottman. Van Dyne.
Here.
Ogalla. Pretzel. Butler. Newquist. Balich. Richmond. Oxley. Williams. Brooks.
Here.
Winfrey. Bullock. Logan. Freeman is present. Revis. Mitchell. Berkowitz. Hickey. Costa. Trainier. Oh, and President Ortiz.
Present.
Sorry, I had my finger on that one. I have 16 present.
So you want to solve one more?
Sherry Newquist is just walking in. Newquist, are you present? That takes us up to 17.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to the approval of minutes. I'm sorry. Presentation of certificate of mailing and certificate of publication, all been filed. Thank you very much. Now we are on the minutes, approval of the minutes. Motion by Trainier. Second by Brooks. I do have discussion. I would like to make an amendment to the minutes. I would like those to reflect that I was not absent. I arrived late. My arrival time was 9:30, a full minute before we adjourned. And Vice President Ogalla did ask if I would like to share presidential announcements, to which I declined, and then I voted in the affirmative to adjourn the meeting that day. So I just wanted to make that. Motion by Revis, second by Van Dyne,
To approve the minutes as amended?
to approve the minutes as amended. Yes? Do we need a roll call or?
Yeah.
All right, can I have a roll call, please?
This is to approve the minutes as amended. Dean Schlottman is not here. Van Dyne. Ogalla is not here. Pretzel is not here. Butler is not here. Newquist. Balich. Is that it? Yes. It's okay. Richmond. Oxley. Williams. Brooks. Winfrey. Bullock. Logan. Freeman is a yes. Revis. Mitchell. Berkowitz. Hickey. Costa is not here. Trainier. And President Ortiz.
Yes.
That is 17 in the affirmative.
All right, thank you so much. That motion passes. Moving on to our treasurer's report by Treasurer Berkowitz.
Good morning. Before I place the treasurer's report on file, I have a few comments. The August 31st, 2025 operating statements indicate the district's corporate fund has collected over $9 million in total revenues. That includes $8.1 million in property taxes, $358,000 in replacement taxes, and over $327,000 in licenses, permits, and other user fees. The remaining $270,000 comes from interest income and other miscellaneous items. To date, the district has expended approximately $10.6 million in the corporate fund. Approximately $7.3 million of the expenses are personnel related and over $1.4 million are internal transfers to other funds. Year to date, the district has a negative operating margin of approximately $1.5 million, including all budgeted transfers. If there are no questions, I will move to place the treasurer's report on file. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have a motion. Second by Ballard, previous roll by Oxley. Oh, okay, sorry, roll call.
This is a roll call for the treasurer's report monthly financial statements. Dean Schlottman is not here. Van Dyne. Ogala. Pretzel is not here. Butler. Newquist. Balich. Richmond. Oxley. Williams. Brooks. Winfrey. Bullock. Logan. Freeman is a yes. Revis. Mitchell. Berkowitz. Hickey. Costa is not here. Trainier. And President Ortiz.
Yes.
That is 19 in the affirmative.
All right, with 19 in the affirmative, the motion carries. Thank you very much. Moving on to our presentation of awards, the Nature Foundation of Will County. Hi. No.
All right. Well, good morning. My name is Tara Neff. I'm the Executive Director of the Nature Foundation of Will County. I appreciate the opportunity to meet with you this morning. We're the 501c3 nonprofit partner of the Forest Preserve District of Will County, and our donors, partners, and supporters all provide resources to support the district's preservation, conservation, recreation, and education priorities. First off, congratulations are in order. The Forest Preserve District of Will County's Be a Trailblazer received a Force of Nature Award from the Chicago Wilderness Alliance for igniting outdoor exploration for people of all ages and all abilities all year long. So you have time to get involved for the last campaign, which runs September 25th to November 8th. And there's more to celebrate. The Forest Preserve District just kicked off its 23rd year of the Woods Walk Challenge. This is another well-known and well-loved program that brings people and nature together. The Nature Foundation has been sponsoring this program for the past 6 years, and you have from now until December 7th to log 10 beautiful walks throughout Will County during the beautiful fall season. If you complete 7 of the 10 walks, you're eligible to receive a commemorative medallion. I don't know if I can share that it's a beautiful fox, but I just did. Don't worry, there's more. Literally, getting outside has never been hotter. And as the temperature soared this past fall, or this past summer, the Forest Preserve District staff was looking for ways that they could help extend the visitor and make it better, the visitor experience at Money Reservoir. And through a grant that the Nature Foundation received from Earthrise Energy, we're providing $50,000 to help pay for a shade structure being installed at the visitor center on the patio. So this is another way that we can help visitors find respite from the sun, extend the time they can stay at the preserve, and most importantly, the staff at the Forest Preserve District made sure that the shade structure does not obstruct the beautiful waterfront view. And that's not all. Have you ever had a flat tire? And I'm not talking about the beer. There's a real need to help our cyclists cycle safely, and that's why the Nature Foundation of Will County is also paying to have a bicycle repair station installed at Money Reservoir. So another way that we can get people outside and engaged with our preserves and our trail system. What on earth would we do without our future scientists and conservationists? We don't want to find out. And that's why we're helping to connect people with the past and leave them with a prosperous future. Our sponsors and a number of our donors support the district's art and interpretation activities throughout the county. And from now until November 30th, you can stop by the Isle Allagash Preserve and Museum to check out the souvenirs from Silurian Sea, Fossils of Will County. This provides you, your friends, your families, strangers, an opportunity to get up close to prehistoric times right here in Romeoville. Don't worry, investments don't stop there. We received an additional $5,000 from our friends at the Vulcan Material Company Foundation to help install additional native plants and educational signs at Hidden Oaks Nature Center. Hidden Oaks just reopened after extensive renovations in May and has already become a huge community favorite. So we're happy that we get to be part of that call to inspire discovery. Moving on to Shanahan. The Four Rivers Environmental Education Center at McKinley Woods is getting an infusion of cash from the Nature Foundation through our partners at Pembina Pipeline. They are continuing their investment by providing $5,000 to help create beautiful outdoor classroom spaces by improving the wildlife habitat there. Finally, let's return to Romeoville. If you've never been to the Romeoville Prairie Nature Preserve, maybe you should. It's a beautiful 300-acre preserve that's been protected and restored, and it's also part of the larger DuPage River Preservation System, which protects 2,400 acres of natural areas and open space. And the Nature Foundation received $35,000 from Citgo Petroleum through their Caring for Our Coast program to help provide an additional 68.5 of ecological management in the preserve. So we're proud to be a partner with the Forest Preserve District, supporting the programs and activities that protect nature, inspire discovery, and bring people and nature together. And that's all I have, but I would like to present a check to the Forest Preserve District for $101,600. Okay.
She said.
It's a great picture. Oh.
Yes.
Lift it off.
Commissioner Revis, would you like to comment?
Yeah, are we allowed to ask a question after the presentation? Are you all right with that? I just had a question. Can you foreshadow any of the upcoming campaigns that you're gonna because I know you come back periodically with these checks. Can you foreshadow what's coming next? Is that okay?
We can provide a sneak peek. I mean, I will be back in December, but we're working to provide some additional ecological restoration. We're constantly writing grants throughout the year to bring resources to the Forest Preserve District. So we do have a couple that will begin in the winter months. So from actually in probably January and February for some of the funds we've received, but we also have some capital improvements that we're going to be working on as well. Thank you.
All right, moving on in the agenda. Petitions from the public, were there any? No petitions from the public. Going once, twice, I'm not sure if that's public comment, but moving on to Finance Committee, Chair Newquist.
Good morning, everybody. First off on the agenda is to approve the schedule of bills for $5,142,543.40, and I so move.
Motion by Newquist, second by Winfrey. Previous Trenier. second by Brooks. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Then under new business, number 1, approval of resolution number 25-12, authorizing the acquisition of parcel NDP 1A1 in the North DuPage River watershed. The committee recommended approval 8-0, and I so move.
Motion by Newquist, second by Revis. All right, previous by Winfrey, second by Hickey. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Number 2, approval of resolution number 25-13, authorizing staff to initiate on 2 parcels in the Spring Creek watershed as part of the 2025-2030 Capital Improvement Program. The committee recommended to approve 6-2, and I so move.
Motion by Newquist, second by Winfrey. Any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a previous roll? Roll call vote, please.
This is for the approval of resolution number 25-13. Dean Schlottman is not here. Van Dyne.
Yes.
Ogalla. Pretzel is not here. Butler. Newquist.
Yes.
Balich. Richmond. Oxley.
Yes.
Williams. Brooks.
Yeah.
Winfrey. Bullock.
Yes.
Logan.
Yes.
Freeman is a yes. Revis.
No.
Mitchell. Berkowitz. Hickey. Costa is not here. Trainier. President Ortiz.
Yes.
It is 18 in the affirmative,
18-1.
18 to 1.
Sorry, 18-1, the motion carries.
Okay, thank you. We also had our 2026 draft budget review, and I believe that is attached to your agendas. Okay, it wasn't on this one, it was on the other one, so take it away.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of staff, I am pleased to share the draft 2026 budget for the Forest Preserve District of Will County. This budget keeps us on track with our mission, being fiscally responsible, protecting our reserves, and providing great services to the residents of Will County. Today, I'll walk you through the highlights, the revenues, the expenses, capital projects, and what this means for the taxpayers. Our total budget for 2026 is just over 83 million. That's about 19 million less than last year. The budget can be grouped in the 4 areas that you see here on the slide: the operating funds, the capital funds, special funds, and then the debt service funds. The corporate fund is up about 2.4% from last year, but altogether the operating revenues come in about 23.8 million. Oops, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. Sorry. Per this slide, what I really wanted you to see is that the operating funds, both the corporate fund and the construction development fund, are balanced and built on conservative estimates. We still are waiting on the final numbers from the county for the property taxes, and we'll get those later this month. So on this next slide here, the operating funds cover our day-to-day work, the conservation activities, visitor services, volunteers, services, police, maintenance, and administration. As you can see here, the corporate fund and the construction and development fund make up our operating funds. And our corporate fund is up about 2.4% from last year, but altogether our operating revenues come in about 23.8 million. And property tax do remain our biggest source at nearly 80% of those funds. On the expense side, personnel is by far our largest category, about 62% of the budget. That includes wages, benefits, pensions, and healthcare. As I mentioned in committee, healthcare is our biggest pressure point in 2026. Costs are projected at 2.4 million, which is up almost 17%. Even though our membership in the government information insurance network has helped to keep our increases lower than national average, it is still a significant increase for this year. The good news, though, is that the pension contributions are easing a bit. IMRF rates are down to 6.99%, and SLEP is dropping slightly to 21.04%, and that helps to offset some of those healthcare costs. Looking at revenues, property taxes for operating funds are projected at 18.8 million. Replacement taxes are budgeted at 550,000, which is slightly higher than last year, but still well below the 1.3 million we received in 2024. Because those can swing a lot, we are budgeting cautiously this year. Permits, fees, and licenses are expected to bring in about 1.1 million. Other income like investments, donations, and program revenues total about 507,000. We're also transferring about 2.6 million from fund balances to support long-term replacement funds, infrastructure, vehicles, and computers. These transfers keep our equipment and facilities up to date, and we're still maintaining health reserves to cover our cash flow early in the year. Now Tracy's going to cover a little bit of our operating revenues in more detail.
Good morning. I'm just going to provide a brief overview of our revenues here at the Forest Reserve. While our property taxes remain the largest source of funding, I will focus on permits, fees, licenses, and other income. As you can see on the screen, the other income encompasses investment earnings, nature center sales, donations and sponsorships, healthcare insurance premiums, and miscellaneous revenue. This category helps supplement operational funding and supports programs that engage the community. Permits, fees, and licensing includes camping, picnicking, dog park permits, facility rentals, educational program revenues, farm licenses, and agreements with partner agencies. These revenues directly support the operation of our visitor centers, programs, and recreational services. While this category represents a smaller portion of total revenue, it remains essential for sustaining public access, program offerings, and day-to-day operations. In 2024, our visitor facilities welcomed approximately 200,000 guests and nearly 50,000 participants engaged in recreational programs, illustrating the direct impact of permits, fees, and licenses on connecting people with nature. Grants and sponsorships further enhance our ability to provide meaningful programs, events, and conservation initiatives. Permits, fees, licenses, and other incomes are key drivers that enable the Forest Preserve District to maintain services. The Forest Preserve currently focuses on low liability, well-managed revenue streams, permits, facility rentals, visitor programs, concessions, and agricultural leases. While additional revenue opportunities exist, many involve high risk or liability, require significant staffing, or could compromise the safety, environment, or mission of the district. Some of the items that you'll see throughout the year, our annual permit summary comes in March, so that details all of those sources. Our annual land fee will be presented in front of you in May, and then the farm licenses are usually presented in August.
So the next group that I want to talk about is our capital and debt funds. And that is made up of the five funds that you see here: the infrastructure maintenance, the capital replacement, the computer replacement, the 2024 bond fund, and then our debt service fund. On this slide, we are focused on the infrastructure and critical systems. Projects include the HVAC replacement at Four Rivers Education Center, estimated between $850,000 and $1.1 million, new police vehicles and maintenance equipment, and $310,000 of computer network upgrades. Additionally, we will make payments to our outstanding bond series, which, as you can see here, the outstanding ones are 2009, 10, 18, 19, and 2024. We're also moving forward with some projects for public access and restoration. These projects include engineering for the DuPage River Trail, the Weber Road connection, and trail extensions at Wolf's Crossing and Plum Creek, new shelters at Hidden Lakes Trout Farm, and lighting and tunnel improvements at the Veterans Memorial Trail. These projects are funded through property taxes, transfers from operating funds and fund balances, and primarily a large portion of this is the 2024 bond series. We also have several special funds at work, actually two. Our grant funds is projected at $6.3 million, helping us leverage local dollars into larger projects. And the mitigation fund, budgeted at $150,000, supports restoration through wetland credits. So now let's turn to property taxes. Our overall tax rate continues to go down. The operating levy drops 3.9%. The debt levy drops 10.6%, and our total rate drops by 6.46%. I wanted to give a little bit of context to help you understand how I put together the proposal for the property tax levy for this year. I looked at the county's equalized assessed valuation. As you can see, it's projected to grow about 8.3% this year, with new construction estimated about $350 million. The CPI that's provided by the state for this year's levy is 2.9%. While all those factors are positive, as I mentioned, the tax rate is still going down. So as on the next slide, you'll see here that a little bit of history around the district's tax rate and the district's levy is the district continues a trend that we've seen for over a decade in that our levy rate has consistently gone down. For 2025, the draft levy is just 1.7% increase over the 2024 levy, which means we're holding steady on revenue while keeping the burden low. And then finally, to give a little bit of context of what this means for our homeowners, for a homeowner with a house of $350,000, the levy in 2023 was approximately $126. In 2024, they would have paid a little over $95. And what we're recommending in 2025 is that a levy that would charge the taxpayers about $89 for the Forest Preserve. So that's another $6 in savings this year and nearly $38 in savings in just 2 years. So with that, just want to talk a little bit about what the schedule and what you can expect. In October, we'll present the tentative 2026 budget and levy ordinances and then publish those for public review. In November, the Finance Committee will consider them for approval, and if needed, we'll issue the truth in taxation notices. The truth in taxation is required if our levy would go up by more than 5%. We are not in that bucket, so we would not need to do that unless the board directs us to change the levy more than what it is now. On November 13th, we'll hold the public hearing and adopt both the budget and the levy. And then at the end of December, we'll file that levy with the county court or the county clerk. In short and in conclusion, this is a balanced and responsible budget. It funds our daily operations, invests in long-term infrastructure, reduces the tax rate, and keeps us financially strong. It supports our staff, protects our natural resources, and ensures we can serve residents of Will County for generations to come. Thank you, and I'm glad to answer any questions.
Thank you. Commissioner Trainier?
Yes, Rachel, I just wanted to know if we were going to get a copy of the slideshow. That wasn't in our packet. It's always far more attractive than the actual budget.
Yes, I'll email the entire PowerPoint after this meeting.
Thank you.
All right. I seen Commissioner Revis's light first.
Thank you, Madam President. I was just wanted to get a couple things on record. The first one is I really appreciate how you guys broke out the breakdown between permits, fees, and then other income. I appreciate that because I think that is an area where we, as the Forest Preserve, should grow. We have are going to have an $83 million budget for next year, and only 1.5 million of that is coming from those two categories of revenue. I think that's an area where we could see a lot of growth if we focus on it, and maybe, in future years, see the levy decrease even more. So just something that maybe we should, maybe aspire to. I know I brought up in committee, I wanted details on the car replacement plan for this upcoming year, and then the computer replacement plan for this upcoming year. I don't know if I could still get those. Just want to throw that into the record.
Okay.
And then I think there was some interest between other board members, not just myself, but for a summary about ADA and what we spend like over and above the basic requirements for ADA. And I think that would be good for the other board members to see. And then the last thing I'd like to bring up, President Ortiz, I know that we didn't get a chance to speak at this in committee, but I think there's still a desire for the creating some sort of formal agreement with the Children's Advocacy Center. And that's coming from the board member side. So, that's the case. I see Member Brooks shaking his head. So we'd like to see action on that for this year and then additional action for next budget year too. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Revis. Treasurer Berkowitz?
Thank you. Rachel, was there a RFQ for the HVAC project?
So they're currently working on that from a design perspective. There will be some sort of RFP or purchasing procedure that's done to solidify that work.
Okay. Well, and you'll let the board know when you plan on posting that, correct?
Yeah, it will come. It follows the normal process. I think we bring that to you guys for request to bid, and then you'll see that before it goes
So
out.
that's an estimated cost.
It is.
Thank you.
Commissioner Newquist?
Oh, Are we ready
Oh,
for
I'm
me?
sorry, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. No, I'm
I
sorry.
was just had my light on from before.
Vice President Ogala.
Thank you. I was just interested, you said that healthcare costs are up 2.4%. What do employees pay for their healthcare?
So healthcare is actually 2.4 million and it's up 16%. So
Oh,
if I
16.
misspoke, I apologize for that. But so employees pay, depending on when they were hired, I think it's 2018. If you were hired before 2018, you pay 10% of your healthcare costs. If you were hired after 2018, you pay 20%. So it's an 80-20 split versus a 90-10.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, back to you, Chair Newquist.
Thank you. And just let me comment on the ADA request. I believe at committee, we had decided that Tracy was going to take a look to see if it was even possible to break that out. And if so, she'll let us know if she can provide that to us. But without, being able to commit to that, I just wanted to reiterate that from our committee meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Reports, we don't have any additional reports. And our next meeting date will be Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, immediately following the Operations Committee, but no earlier than 9:15 here at the county building. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Moving on in the agenda, Operations Committee, Dean Schlattman, she's not here.
I will be happy to take Ms. Dean Schleppman's place.
Thank you, Vice Chair Hickey.
Good morning, everyone. The Operations Committee has a few things to bring forward here. The first piece of business is an award of contract in the amount of $126,580.90 to Construction Solutions of Illinois Incorporated of Oak Lawn, Illinois for the Hickory Creek Bikeway resurfacing. And that went through committee 7-0, and I so move.
All right, so I have a motion by Hickey, second by Trainier. Any discussion? Do we have a clean room?
No.
Can I have a roll call, please?
This is a roll call vote for the award of contract to Construction Solutions. Dean Schlattman is not present. Van Dyne. Yes. Ogala. Yes. Pretzel is not present. Butler. Newquist.
Yes.
Balich. Richmond. Oxley.
Yes.
Williams. Brooks.
Yes.
Winfrey. Bullock.
Yes.
Logan. Freeman is a yes. Revis. Mitchell.
Yes.
Berkowitz. Hickey.
Yes.
Post is not present. Trainier.
Yes.
And Ortiz.
Yes.
That takes us back to 19-0.
All right, 19 in the affirmative, the motion carries. Thank you very much.
Okay, back to me. The second piece of business is award of contract in the amount of $144,272.25 to Everlast Blacktop Incorporated of St. Charles, Illinois for the Hadley Valley Access Trail improvements. It went through committee 8-0, and I so move.
Motion by Hickey, second by Winfrey. Any discussion? Previous Trainier, second by Brooks. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Perfect. Okay, this third piece of business is approval of ordinance number 694, authorizing intergovernmental agreement number 25-02 associated with public utility license number 25-21 to the city of Joliet for the Farrell Road Bridge improvements over Spring Creek. This moved through committee 8-0.
I'm sorry, this one is being requested. I'm going to look for a motion to postpone until a recent legal development can be resolved. So can I get a motion? Motion to postpone Ogala, second by Mitchell. Previous roll,
Previous Newquist.
previous Newquist, second Richmond. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, it's postponed.
Okay. Then with reports, attached to your agendas are the capital projects quarterly status report, April through June of 2025. Is there any discussion on that? Okay.
Perfect. Our next meeting date is Thursday, October 2nd, 2025 at 9 a.m. at the Will County Office Building in Joliet, Illinois. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Chair Hickey. Moving on to the Ad Hoc Committee, Chair Brooks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Madam President, once again, me and the Maytag repairman have a lot in common. We didn't have any work to do this month. Next meeting to be determined.
Thank you so much. All right, we do need to go into executive session for pending litigation, so I would entertain a motion for that. Motion by O'Gala, second by Revis. Roll call vote, please.
This is a roll call vote to go into executive session. Katie Dean Schlattman is not present. Van Dyne. Yes. Ogalla. Betzel's not here. Butler. Newquist. Yes. Balich. Yes. Richmond. Oxley. Yes. Williams. Brooks. Yes. Winfrey. Bullock. Logan. Freeman is a yes. Revis. Mitchell. Berkowitz. Hickey. Costa's not present. Trainier. And President Ortiz.
Yes.
That is 19.
All right, I need a motion to return to public session. Moved by Mitchell, second by Balich. Roll call, please.
This is a roll call to come back into public session. Schlattman not present. Van Dyne. Ogalla. Pretzel not present. Butler. Newquist. Balich. Richmond. Oxley. Williams. Brooks. Winfrey. Bullock. Logan. Freeman's a yes. Revis. Mitchell. Berkowitz. Hickey. Post is not present. Trainer. And Ortiz.
Yes.
That is 19.
Thank you. Moving on, seeing actions following executive session, seeing none. Comments by the public. Anyone from the public wishing to make a comment? We had one online. Okay. Do we read those into? Okay. All right, there was one online, should be attached to your agenda. Okay. All right, it's not attached to your agenda, but it is on file. All right. Seeing no other members of the public wishing to make a comment, moving on to comments by Executive Director.
So a couple events that are coming up this weekend, we have Fall on the Farm, which is at Riverview Farmstead in the Naperville area. It is from 11 to 3 and is for all ages. After that, next Saturday, we have Pelican Party. So hopefully the Pelicans show up this year. Last year they were MIA, so hopefully they're in attendance. That is also from 11 to 3 for all ages at Four Rivers at my Environmental Education Center in Shanahan. At Hidden Lakes Trout Farm, we have the Summer Send-Off Fishing Derby next Saturday, September 20th, from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. That is $5 a person, ages 5 and older. And then Director of the Nature Foundation, Tara Neff, mentioned our Woods Walk. That is happening right now, and that goes until November 30th. Also for all ages, it's 10 trails that are recommended for you to walk. If you do 7 out of 10, you get the Fox Medallion, and it just gets people out there to see different trails that they don't normally visit.
Thank you. Comments by commissioners.
I have one.
All right, Commissioner Newquist.
I just want to say I am so excited about the shade structure at the Moni Reservoir. It is so desperately needed, and you'd be surprised at how many people go out to the Moni Reservoir. I was out there not too long ago for the lobster truck, and I was astounded at how many people were out there. So I just wanted to say I'm excited.
Thank you. Commissioner Revis.
Thank you, President Ortiz. I was speaking with the Will County executive about some of my ideas for the Forest Preserve, and she kind of like was taken aback because, you know, she didn't really quite get the essence of it from when it was getting relayed to her. But when I was able to tell her face to face, she's like, oh, those are actually really good ideas. You need to figure out a different way to repackage that so people get on the same page with what you're trying to talk about. So I want to just take 2 minutes to kind of like review what I'm trying to do, and I think I get 3. So, you know, I think we should be focused on fun things for people in the county to do. I think we should spend our limited resources on investing in things that can bring a return to the Forest Preserve outside of the context of property taxes. So, you know, like the $1.5 million we saw today from permits and other income. So one of the ideas, and I know I brought this up with President Ortiz, is maybe we look at opening up a property that has a ice skating rink with like a clubhouse and maybe like a ski hill. And maybe when Christmas time comes around, we can do a Kris Kringle market out there, and someone can pay money to us to come use that facility. You know, some multi-use purpose facility that like people want to come to and like want to spend money at. And the reason we want to focus on those kind of things, you know, the permit fees, there was a screen with all the squares. I wish we could go back to that. You know, all those different items, you know, we need to figure out which of these items that we could specialize in and like go all in on it and try and bring in revenue that isn't property tax fueled, because we heard it in this meeting. What is it? 80% of what we get comes from property taxes. You know, so if we can chip away at any one of those, we're doing a better job for the taxpayers and relieving the burden of the property taxes for them. So, I don't know if it's a ski hill. I don't know if it's something else. One example, the Cook County Forest Preserve owns the land that the Brookfield Zoo sits on. So maybe we do something like that. What is our Brookfield Zoo? I'm not saying it's a zoo. I'm saying we have to find an equivalent thing that we could specialize in Will County that's going to work for our residents. We have to use all, 22 minds to come up with something. And I think it would be a good thing. So that's where I'm coming from. It's not an anti-forest preserve message. It's actually the opposite. I just want us to kind of reprioritize. So thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Seeing no other comments, moving on to appointments and comments by the president. There is a recommendation to hire an interpretive naturalist at Plum Creek Nature Center. Do I need to say their name? Okay. All right. So I need a motion. Okay, can I get a motion for that? Motion by Newquist, second by Winfrey. Any discussion? Do we have a clean roll? Previous roll? Previous roll?
Question.
Okay.
Is it possible we could change the name of interpretive naturalist? I don't like that name. I had an issue with it the first time I heard it. Is it possible to is that in our discretion or no?
What would you like it to be?
I
Interpreting
don't like the word interpretive. I don't like that word. I would like to see, something like a
Can we just say
coordinator term in there. I like naturalist.
We'll just say naturalist.
Okay, if that's fine.
All right, recommendation to hire a naturalist. Treasurer Berkowitz, you had a comment?
I did. I had a question. I'm having a hard time opening and toggling on my iPad here, but has this already been posted? Is there already a candidate?
Yes. This is the permission to hire an actual person that we've interviewed. Actually, I believe 81 people applied for this position.
I see.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Ogala, did you have a comment on this?
I've got a question.
Okay.
Do we have anyone hired with this job title besides this new person that we would be hiring?
Yes,
So, several. Yeah.
several.
Huh?
Oh. 12.
I also wanted to note, you can't open the attachment on this item, so.
Did you have the three
just unable
dots?
Excuse me?
Do you have the three dots on your screen?
Yeah, typically you hit the paper clip, so it's not opening, but there is a brief staff memorandum, which just has a subject line, but that's the only
Correct.
attachment on this.
The
item.
other attachments are confidential, so this is where that issue came into last week as well, where the three dots, you're supposed to have three dots that you can click on and then you would download the PDF, but I know that some of you were having issues with that
Okay.
last week as well. Okay,
Thank you.
we'll look into that.
All right, so I have a first and a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Commissioner Butler,
So interpretive naturalists,
a naturalist.
naturalists, they can identify all kinds of plants, so they would know native and non-native species.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, seeing no other comments, I have a first and a second. Can I have a previous? Previous row Oxley, second by Logan. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving on to adjournment. I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Trainier, second by Oxley. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, we stand adjourned. Thank you. Thank you.